And she always told me how they was close. They had good co-parents, and I ain't gonna lie, everything been straight. Never thought anything of it. But she just texted me today talking about she went to the tattoo place and got his name tatted and shit, talking about RIP him. Bitch, what? Bitch, that shit over with. Just got this nigga name tatted. She like, oh, but he's dead. That's my child's father. We had a good bond, and I'm forever sad. And all this shit. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. You single. Obviously, your loyalty lied with that nigga. So, I don't give a fuck if it's been 5 years. You got this nigga named tatted. Can't he your baby daddy? Get her obituary.
Okay, so I guess my question and my thoughts on that one would be is I ain't mad at him though. I'm with you on that one. Of course, I don't have kids, so maybe my opinion is a little bit biased on that one. But I'm with him, though. I've been with you. Let's say you talking about we've been together for 5 years. So me and you've been together for the last 5 years, and just because your baby father got smoked, you see anybody go get a tattoo of him? That's crazy, though. Like if you had a tattoo before we met, cool. But you're not about to see it. You getting a tattoo? Why are you tattooing another man? And me and you been in a relationship for 5 years.
Not even like the kids, you know what I'm saying?
Like like a family portrait. Like that might be all right. Like okay, if you had a family portrait and it was you and the kids, and and him, like all right, you got that tattoo. Then
like
maybe
if you had the kids involved in it, but you just his name on there. I guess that's kind of crazy.
No, nigga, that is beyond kind of crazy. Like that is ridiculous. I'm not gonna.
You got right to leave. And I seen a couple people in the comments. Well, you waited 5 years. You didn't even put a ring on her. But everybody's not meant to be married.
Yeah, that's OD.
Obviously ended up resulting in somebody getting shot. Did you hear the gunfire? If so, take me through that moment.
So I'm walking to the car and I got my baby with me. We already heard a few gunshot rounds, but I ain't think nothing of it. Nobody didn't hear no screaming. So I'm getting to the car. I hear fire, 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 fire. At least by 7 rounds. So I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm ducking, doing little Kim, trying to get my baby in the car, and I throw my baby in the back seat, and we just sped off. Next thing you know, a driver was driving past. I couldn't identify the vehicle, but Lord, I hope they catch him, Lord.
No, black people are some of the funniest people. I ain't gonna hold you. And then I guess why we still that was just hilarious. I just wanted to play that clip. I ain't got no real thoughts on it. But shout outs to Meek Mills, and I'm not gonna and it's the crazy thing is because of course on the internet it's so easy to lust after women that you don't know. So of course I'm sure if y'all have seen, of course, Meek Mill's baby mom to his youngest son, beautiful, super popular, super OD entrepreneur. And basically Meek, like dog, she making it hard for him to be able to even communicate with his son. I believe I want to say it's Meek Mill's birthday. Yeah, Meek seemingly calls out his baby mother. Because it was his son's birthday. Well, I don't know. Only reason why I thought it was Meek's birthday too is I thought I seen Jim Jones wish him a happy birthday, and we'll get to Jim Jones in like 2 seconds. The reason why niggas need to stay in that gym. But yeah, so Meek was like, dog, I can't even, my oldest son can't even wish his younger brother happy birthday because his mom doing the stuff that women do when they being bitter baby mothers and not allowing the father to be in his kid life. To me, that's crazy. And especially in the reason why, of course, like on social media, we don't know none of these people. Let's keep it a buck. So we kind of just watch off of the persona that they portray. And the way she comes off, she seems like she just like such a down-to-earth person. She's kind of like the girl's girl. She's a super entrepreneur. She's a super nice person. Like, and of course, like I said, I'm only judging off of the way she presents herself on social media. I don't know this woman, never seen her in real life, so I don't know the real backstory behind her and Meek or even who she is as a person. But the way she come off, I was like, damn, that's kind of like crazy because she don't come off like one of those type of women on social media. She don't seem like the bitter baby mother type, but she don't seem like she would do that type of corny stuff. So it was kind of like, damn. And of course, people clown Meek, whatever the reason on social media, but you kind of like, I felt bad for him because it's to the point like you kind of like the place where you know for a fact people kind of 50-50 on how they treat you, maybe not even 50-50, it may be almost like more 70-30 on most people are always looking for a reason to clown Meek Mills on social media, then to the point where it's like he got to be vulnerable on social media where he know people going to clown him.
I mean, me as a father and even just on that situation, I just feel like, what was you prior to that? Because at the end of the day, let's just say, all right, this ain't his first birthday. What you been doing the years before that? Have you been trying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my only thing. Like, it's good to, like, all right, you speaking on it social media, like you said, we not in there. So let's just say, nigga, you ain't been his birthday in 3 years or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the backstory. So yes, right now you might put on a little front, but like, all right, what you do last year? Did you wish him happy birthday last year? Did you and his brother wish him happy birthday last year? That's my only thing. Like, we not in that domain, and that's why I say I'm not gonna shoot him no bail. But at the end of the day, if you been a father and you doing what you supposed to be doing, you got that access. You can't sit here and say, well, I got to go to social media. You have that access. If you actually communicating with them every day, all the time.
Okay, so I give, okay, I'm just so I can make sure me and you on the same page. So you're basically saying if he don't have the access, it's because he hasn't been putting in the effort previous to get this far.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it is.
Like, it wouldn't get this far if you was already kind of like super active. You was doing what you were supposed to be doing. It wouldn't already got this far.
Hell no. And I don't even know where that child is. Where is she located at? Because she's not from Philly, right?
No, she's from Philly. Both, she's from Philly. Yeah, she's from Philly. Her store and everything was in Philly.
So then, yeah, that don't even sound right.
And I'm like,
let's not say like you on the tour and all that. Like, you can't be around them.
Yeah, and like when you just said that, it kind of like I didn't think of it like that. You kind of got a point. It's like, damn, if you were already kind of on your job, would she have room to kind of even play with you?
We know you got the lawyers. So if she ain't doing what she supposed to be doing, or she keeping you away, you got the lawyers. You got the money to spend. You got this reform and all that. Mm-hmm. So if you're not able to see your child, or you're not able to talk to your child, you can make a play. You can put it in work. So like I said, I feel like,
yeah, you got to take some of the blame for that. Come on. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Now that you say that, and real quick, because we just talked about Philly news, shout out to Wallow. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not 100% positive that because they didn't have a messy breakup, but I mean, you can kind of like, if you follow the young lady he was dating, her name is April. Is it April Diva? I think it is. I believe so. She is again another woman that's like super popular, entrepreneur, heavy on social media. I believe she sell hair. She got a popular hair store, and she's not in Philly. She's in Baltimore. My bad. And she's from Baltimore. Of course, Wallow and Gilly, they from Philly. So I mean, Baltimore and Philly is very close. Like, you talking about that, maybe like depends on what part of Philly or what part of Baltimore. You talking about like maybe a 30-minute drive with no traffic. But her daughter graduated over the weekend, and I like in her slide when she congratulating her daughter, she had a picture was him, it was her and Wallow in the joint. Trust me, they were in a relationship for a long time. Mm-hmm. So like I said, and of course neither one of them, you could tell they both were single. They were having their moments from somebody like me following, looking on the outside, looking in. You can kind of tell like her pictures got a little bit more sexier when they stopped talking to each other. She started to reveal a little bit more skin. But I was kind of just like, that was very grown. Like, even if y'all not in a relationship, I don't know what they did, because Wallow ain't no person that really, outside of her, he used to talk about her a lot on like when Gilly and Wallow first was podcasting, like when it wasn't interview based, he used to talk about her a lot, or even how he met her. So even with that all being said, I was kind of like, damn, that's very grown of both of them. One, for her still even posting them, and then him even in the caption, like, teamwork make the dream work, whatever the case may be.
Break that bond.
Yeah, that's tight though. I mean, some people try to though. Like, not you saying that they not, but that's not his child. You get what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm just saying. Even with the whole Meek situation, you're not going to break that bond. You're not going to put no, you can't talk to your child unless you wasn't doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's the only way I feel like she gonna cut you off if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why I just say, like you said, they was dealing with each other for a minute. They separated, but even still, he's showing up. He's still there. So that's why I'm just saying, even with Meek, if you ain't been there or you ain't been doing what you're supposed to be doing, let's just say, all right, you stopped talking to him when you was messing with Nicki, or you was messing with whoever, you stopped dealing with her.
Well, she came after Nicki, so
that's why and that's what I'm saying. I don't know where they went wrong, but I'm just, maybe you might have chose that other side. And just like, all right, nigga, you wanted to be famous instead of being around your kid.
Your kid. And you got a point. I can't. You got a great point. I definitely can't argue with that. Why was just some of random stuff that people probably won't care about? Shout out to Krishan Rock. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I swear to God.
That was really her running?
Yes, that was really her running. Nigga, and she was hitting.
When I seen that, I'm like, dog, y'all trolling her? Because
So first it came out. Of course, she posted pictures. She had her. So people don't know what we're talking about. Krishan had her first I guess it's a pro. It's a pro league for women, for women's football. So she had her first game, and of course she just posted pictures, her and the baby. She holding the baby. The son got her jersey on. I guess like whatever her other family members had her jersey on, and then she played. But when I seen the highlights, I mean, of course I ain't never seen this girl in person, but she looked kind of tall. And I'm looking at the highlights. I'm like, is she really this tall? But then I looked at the back of the jersey. Then I looked at the little boy jersey. I'm like, oh, this is really her. Like, the little boy got the same exact, like, whatever. I think it was like, I forgot what it said, like Mrs. something. And I think the back of her son jersey was like son. I can't remember what it was, but her jersey was number 1. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. You can go to my page. You go wherever and find that Krishan Rock. No, she was literally hitting the truck stick like mad. And I swear to God, she looked like the female Derrick Henry. No, she was literally dipping her shoulders, running into women and running them smack over. I'm like, bruh, it's no way. A woman that can do that, I ain't gonna lie to you. Anytime Blueface says she put hands on him, I really believe him now. I don't really follow their storyline like that, but I know that be happening in their relationship, though. For the way she was dipping her shoulders on them women, like, dog, like, no, like, nah, it was aggressive. Like, she was not ducking no smoke. She wasn't running out of bounds. She was not trying to slide. She was literally like, choo-choo, dip that shoulder. If you ever played Madden, for all the people who play Madden, and you know when you hit that truck stick button and you dip your oh my God, no. She literally took 2 different girls off their feet and made them touch earth. I swear to God. Shout outs to Krishan Rock. I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all better think twice about sometimes when y'all get the going on people comment section. You better think twice, especially for women. You better make sure you way more aggressive than that next woman that you talking crazy about. And like I said, why we talking about like women business and little storylines? This one is a kind of a little bit rough. Rest in peace to Darius Morris. He's the ex. He played for the Lakers for a minute because I follow the Lakers on Instagram, so I did see them post him. And
that's the game people's.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I seen him post a picture. He was like, "Yeah, this one hurt us," and he was a picture with Kobe. He was in the Lakers uniform, and I'm like, "Who the fuck?" I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, I don't know who he was. He only played in the league for 4 years, and he was 33. He was young. I mean, he young for real. I mean, young and regular people.
What was
like
his number on it? Do you see the show?
I want to say his jersey number was
like 1 or something.
Yeah, I think it was 1. It was 1 because it was 1.
It.
So I mean, I guess then the reason why I'm bringing this story up, not just to say rest in peace to him, but his ex-girlfriend, what's her name, Christine Summer, she caught backlash because, of course, I mean, the same way when we kind of talked about a few seconds ago when the young man was saying with the baby mother situation, their relationship was kind of really rocky because he beat on her before. I don't necessarily know how he passed. I don't necessarily know if he took his own life or what it was. I can't, because I didn't really, like I said, I'm not one of those people who make it like, oh, somebody died, I'm all act like I was a fan. I wasn't. But what caught my eye was, no, this girl really got beat up though before. Like, she had pictures like, and this is the sad thing again when we talk about social media, and again when I see him saying the cost of fame, because of course if she in a relationship, this dude ain't no super popular dude. He put hands on her, beat her. I'm talking like bad. You see, like I think at one point in time,
it was never talked about.
It wasn't talked about, one, because he probably not as popular, but she came out and said something though. But she's mourning because she's still like, yeah, he beat on me before, but I still loved him. Like, that's why I stayed in the relationship as long as I did, even when he was beating me. But people trying to blame it on her, like, don't show him love now because when he was alive, you were trying to bring him down. But she wasn't trying to bring him down. He was putting his hands on her. But that's, again, when we talk about social media and I'm talking about the cost of fame, it's kind of like, it gets so tricky because people always are willing to troll you. Even like you said earlier when we were talking about the Kendrick and Drake thing, I don't necessarily know if people actually feel the way they do about the opinions they putting out, but people just saying stuff for clickbait purposes or trying to get emotions and get people going. And it's just like, damn, dog, once she lost somebody that she actually was in a relationship with, and she got endless.
Okay, so let me ask you this one, and it's just go back to the whole tattoo situation. So
well, they almost down by 30.
If this right here was, let's paint it the same picture, right? Would you be okay if she got him tattooed on her, but it was like it was crossing out her list? Like, now I know that's done. Like, she had a tattoo where it's like, I asked him out, right? Like, let's say she had a prior tattoo of him and it's crossed out. Like, you okay? You're fine with that, but just a brand new tattoo of somebody who.
Yeah, I'm not with a brand new tattoo. I kind of don't. I don't necessarily know if you got to cross him out or nothing like that, because that's kind of wild. The man passed. Like, that's kind of like super.
No, and I'm just saying, I'm like, because you said. I mean, I'm just saying because you said domestic violence or whatever that case. Like, just say sentimental. Like, she just tatted that on her. Like, all right, now he's gone. Type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't think she feel that way. Like, okay, she like her. No. I think no. So maybe you misunderstand what I'm saying. It was people in the comment section who was trolling her. So she's sad about him passing. So she's not. She ain't celebrating. Hell no, all she ain't celebrating. That's what I took it as. Oh yeah. So yeah, I apologize. Then she was basically mourning his death. So of course, like when people pass and you got pictures of y'all together. Of course, if they was in a relationship, she got Valentine's Day pictures of them in the club, them at birthday parties together, whatever the case may be. So she just reminiscing, and she's like, I'm not ready to speak on how I feel because I don't know how I feel yet. But even somebody like, perfect example, when I'm talking about people be trolling, like this page got 0 posts, follows. Is this her, John? Oh, this might have been her old page. Follow 0. following. Oh yeah, it got 0 follow. Yeah, this was a troll page. People are wrong and weird. It don't matter. Look at this. Like, dog, they posted her picture. So that's like somebody trolling. Like, you literally sitting here posting her pictures of her getting abused. Like, dog, she got black eyes. Her nose look like it's broke. And you posting this like, and then so somebody in the junk, you sick. You had no wonder he was whooping your, like, that's crazy. Like, man, that's messed up, though. Like I said, that's just sad because it's just like that social media thing is just like, bro, it is a ruthless drug. Cause it's like, how can you tell? I don't know. You could tell somebody how to mourn.
Okay.
And then I can't sit here and say, but just because they was like she said, though, just because she filed complaints of her getting beat or sitting here bringing it to social media to give awareness, that don't mean she didn't love him, because I'm 9 times out of 10 she stuck around probably longer than what she was supposed to in that relationship because she still loved him. Like, it's just kind of rough to sit here and be like, damn, I can't mourn somebody because they beat me and I complained and I press charges. Like, what? How? Like, what sense do that make? But that's so crazy, just how weird social media is, that people sit here and make you have to even explain that. This shouldn't even be a topic. One, just say rest in peace to this man and keep it moving.
And we don't know how long had they been, like how long they haven't seen each other. Like, she could not have been over him. She probably still had feelings for him, still dealt with him.
They about 32.
So you can't, like, and I feel like that's the fucked up thing. It's just like we putting that on her. It's like, you don't even know when the last time she talked to that man. She could have talked to him that day or whatever the case may be. So that is a fucked up situation for you to sit here and bring up.
Yeah, that's messed up. I ain't gonna hold you. Rest in peace to him. And that's kind of, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's kind of mad. I do just play this random clip from Uncle Luke.
He ain't gonna stop until he win one round. He's not gonna stop. He gonna stay in the studio all night. But I'm telling you that Drake is like Drake undefeated. Hey, listen, man. Drake undefeated, man. Drake been doing it for a minute. Drake be bodying people, man. Y'all around there playing. Hey, I guess that. Look, you want a shot at the title? Go after Drake. Hey, Drake is bodying people, man.
Again, shout out to Uncle Luke, but real quick,
but he still ain't clear that what's the name song, right? That Don't Stop.
Who didn't? Uncle Luke?
Yeah, wasn't that what he was saying? He didn't. Wasn't that the one they said he?
I can't remember what they had a beef, because that's when Drake said, "Tell Uncle Luke I'm in Miami too." I can't remember what it was over.
But you still ain't clear that, because that's what he was on Frenchie Montana, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, no, that song got to be clear, nigga. That song been on endless commercials and some more.
But it was something.
No, you're absolutely. I just can't remember exactly what it was. You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I don't even necessarily know if it was. It might have been for that song. I can't remember. But that I can't. So I can't remember. They did have like a little beef. So for Uncle Luke to still say that, I mean, that's kind of like, it's cool for him to speak up for that. But I guess let's get into it real quick, because I did say we was gonna come back to it later on in the episode. I want to talk about Vlad. So, of course, like I said, that one of the cases that happened with Vlad yesterday was when Kendrick Lamar put out the "They Not Like Us" song, and he was like, the mixing was bad on the song. Like, he's like, my only takeaway is the mixing was bad. But of course, one of the standout,
that one, the "Not Like Us" was bad.
I mean, some people be like, if you too nerdy with the music stuff, you be over listening and stuff. I don't know. I like I said, we both is always
saying. I think it feel like the 16th, the LA one was.
Yeah. That, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that was. I forgot all about that song. That was like,
it was cool. It was cool, but it wasn't like, damn.
No, that shit was doo-doo.
No. I'm saying you even could have said what you said on the E4 or whatever, the Euphoria. Or just not, like I said, that beat.
But that was just him. You know what? For him though, I think it realistically
he did it just to troll. He did it to be funny.
No, caught me. What was it? It was quantity over quality. He didn't care about the quality. I'm just gonna keep bombing, boom, 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 like just like even in boxing.
But that's why I kind of feel like with the Drake fans and all that, y'all was doing all this when he wasn't replying. Now that he replying and he keep replying, it's like, all right, enough is enough. But y'all was giving him hell because
for now
that he is replying and he keep going back. You can't say, oh, stop now.
Yeah, stop now. Of course, you're absolutely right. But so, like I said, going into that conversation, it was a young woman on a timeline on Twitter who, and I think she is a professor. I forgot the school that she's a professor at, but it's a college that she a professor at a university. I can't remember the university on the top of my head. And I believe I seen somebody say she's the niece of somebody else. She a niece of like a like an old head hip hop producer, but I can't. And I think Vlad even been going through her. I mean, through her uncle or whoever that man is to try to get them to stop the beef. But anyway, so the lady said she basically tweeted Vlad and was like, you need to stay out of black people business. Like, just because you create hip hop content, this ain't your space to sit here and speak on. Like, mind your business. So Vlad was like, oh, I wonder, and he started adding her job. So he was at the school that she work at. It was like, I wonder, do black, whatever the name of the school was at the school and was like, I wonder, would they be okay with you telling your students that they can't speak on hip hop because they not black, or the case may be. So then, he did it like maybe 5 times in the course of their back and forth. And she's like, dog, I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you the topic matter and the conversation you're trying to insert yourself in. It's not about hip hop. This is more of a cultural black thing. The thing that Kendrick Lamar is trying to call Drake out on, no white person in hip hop space should talk about it. So people was like, Nick, and again, when I talked about the Angel Reese thing earlier, the power of the internet, especially when we're talking about dealing with black women on social media, especially on Twitter, because listen, be clear, a black woman who is highly educated, very wordy and witty with words, it's on Twitter. The pretty girls are on Instagram and kind of on TikTok, but they really on Instagram, and they probably even on Threads. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, for the dudes, if you really like a hornball, Threads is low-key it. Like, Threads keep my timeline. I don't see nothing else but titties and ass on Threads all day long and pretty faces. Like,
you actually go on the app, or you just see it through your Instagram?
No, I actually go on the app and see it. I actually get on that app every day. Like, nigga, they be on there. I ain't gonna hold you. If you just trying to look just for your looks, hey, they be on there. So, but again, like I said, so you realistically, those women that's on Twitter, bro, they're going to voice their opinion. That's why they're on Twitter. That's why they never left Twitter. So they drag Vlad to hell. And then you see, so of course you start, most black men on social media, you see black women riding behind something. Oh, you're going to jump in too. So then you start to see it. Then it started, and then of course, the snowball effect started to happen. And you can kind of see, that's one thing I pay attention to. I notice like which blogs got relationships. Like, I paid attention that the Shade Room didn't pick up this Vlad story maybe until today. Like, but I seen like Spiritual World picked it up first, or like what's the one of the junks that I go to? What is it called? What is this junk called that I be on? It's On Site. Like, whoever run the It's On Site, they to me be like, they kind of like the most, I don't care. I'm gonna pick up the lowest stories, the highest stories, where they kind of even pick up just regular podcast clips or whatever. I do see like they kind of don't gatekeep on the like they post them out of, you talking about like podcast clips, they post the most out of everybody. I'm talking about from big names to small names. They kind of don't care. But I just paid attention that everybody wasn't kind of grabbing onto it. Like, the Shade Room didn't pick that conversation up until this morning. But it was like, no, they was smoking them. I'm talking about like every like super, especially if you talking about like smart black people that be on Twitter and got YouTube channels, like all of them people, they was on Vlad neck. And then again, like I said, only thing I was shooting Vlad some bail, and I even talked about it when I made a video and I was having discourse with people in the comment section, is the sad thing is, like, I'm with y'all. I'm cool with saying, okay, let's cancel Vlad, because I do think that's corny. That is a version of snitching, and that is one of the allegations that Vlad kind of been trying to shake for years, because people always like, Vlad is the feds. The style of interviewing, he be trying to get people locked up. I disagree with that, because I feel like you can't never make another grown man say anything just because you got a camera and a microphone in front of him. Like, you know what you're saying. You know that you on a big platform. That's why people go on that platform. So whatever somebody say on this platform is cool. But what I'm telling people is, I can't knock that he give the voiceless a voice. And the reason why I can say that, because I live in the DMV area. I know for a fact he gave endless legendary DC drug dealers a platform. When they come home from, we don't have that here. Like, people are trying to build it, but we don't have a platform as big as Vlad. So I watched him let Kurt Bone go on his jump, and then Kurt Bone get the parlay that Vlad interview and start his own YouTube channel. And now he done built the audience off his interview he done with Vlad. And I watched him do it for other big name drug dealers from the early 80s and the early 90s. They got on Vlad platform, and then that helped them build up a audience on YouTube, because people like their story. So you want to follow them, like, oh, who is this person? Whatever the case may be. And he always take like the beginning of the image, like, who, what's your name? What's your story? So if you get on there with enough charisma and enough junk, like, people going to sit here and they see your name come up again after they seen a good Vlad interview, I'm going to watch it, because realistically, when we talking about, it comes from your personality, it comes from your story. So it will trickle over. And I watched it trickle over. So I cannot discredit him for that, because My question would be is, even like when I talked about No Jumper earlier, why don't any of our black platforms do that for nobody? The Breakfast Club don't do that. Like, don't get it twisted. Tony Lewis been on the Breakfast Club a few times, but I'm sure that's because he's plugged in with the right people so somebody can PR him. Nobody don't got to PR Vlad. Vlad is reaching out to these people. Vlad is sitting here like people that you might not know. Like, I didn't live here my whole entire life. Some of these stories, I was just too young. I never got to heard about some of them. Like, some of the people, like you might have heard about Kurt Bone because Kurt Bone, of course, had ties when they was putting out the Rayford Evans documentary. So his name is a little bit bigger. And of course, he had All Days. So I know him from buying clothes and then me selling clothes and just bumping into him in different places when it's, just clothes vendors and stuff or screen printing vendors. So that's how I know him. But for all the other people that they might have literally just got home 2 or 3 years, I don't know these people. They got locked up in the 80s and they did 30, 40 years. So they done that my entire life. So I didn't know about them. My first time hearing about them is on a Vlad interview. And then he even building his audience up from that and not just using it. He didn't interview mafia people and all that. So I get that people want to sit here and may not like that he is a part of our culture, but you can't discredit the work that he do and allow other people giving them that voice, because Joe Budden don't like interviewing people. He tell y'all that every chance he get. Academics ain't gonna interview everybody because he probably be scared to death 90% of the time. So it's just like, who else are these people gonna go to? And some of the other people that they may go down with don't have a big platform. Like, if I let's say, oh yeah, well, Mikey, you can interview them. My platform ain't big as Vlad. So that interview ain't going to hit the same. So I have to build myself up there. But when we talking about where they are right now, he's using his platform and giving people that want to get their stories off, that done their time, that played their debt to society. And even I like the way he always in all of those interviews. And I talked about this on here before, where he'll end them jokes and be like, well, hey, for all the time you did 30 years. Do you feel like the balling at that time was worth it? So like, that's what I say. I can see two things. What he did to that woman, it was disgusting. I couldn't even follow him on Twitter no more. I'm like, I'm cool, Vlad. I can't deal with it because that's corny to me. And I'm not here for the takes anyway. Sometimes like when I first got back on Twitter, because of course I just recently got on there a couple months ago, you thinking like, all right, you ain't a hot take dude anyway. I don't watch Vlad interviews for his takes. I watch him because he has a great documentary style of interviewing. But two things, again, like I said, he can be dead wrong for what he did, and you can still give him credit on his interviewing style, and you can still realistically call out black medias, because sometimes when we're talking about, when I even talk about the Breakfast Club, you could tell the difference between Angela Yee still highlights people that you may not know from Adam and Eve. People may only got one hit song and you only heard this one song before, but Angela Yee is still platforming where I can look at somebody like the Breakfast Club, like they ain't had no young people come up there for real all year. Hot 97 the same way, like, dog, where the interviews at? Why y'all not giving these other people platforms? And that's again why sometimes I'm kind of not a fan of some of these people now, because it'd be like, damn, there's so many new people out here. Y'all feel like you too big to get them, or you too old. Well, if you're too old to get them a voice, then you should be too old to be talking about rap, period. So that's why I can't slight Vlad. I can't slight No Jumper, because then my thing is, where do these people who are just getting voices or don't have a voice at all, what platform do they go to? When y'all ready to cancel Vlad or cancel No Jumper because they white and they in the black space, then my question is, where do the people that they give a platform to supposed to go next? That would be my only thing. I ain't talking about the Boosie interviews. I ain't talking about the whoever else interviews. I'm talking about the other people that you may not be familiar with. And the first time you got familiar with these people in their story is Vlad. I'm cool with canceling him. I'm cool. I can admit what he did to that woman. I don't like that at all, because you should not be sitting here atting somebody's job because they gave an opinion on social media. That to me is corny. That's some whole shit. I can't respect it at all. There's no way in the world I can get behind that. But my only question would be is, okay, if we cancel him, you cancel No Jumper. My question will be is, who replaces them with giving people the opportunity? Because I feel like they give people the opportunity that nobody else do. And I seen Lord Jamal, him and Vlad not cool no more. But at one point in time, he even said it. He did an interview and he was saying, dog, Vlad gave me a platform, because a lady on the jump, she asked him, she was mad. She's like, dog, I was a diehard brand Nubian fan, and I was so upset that you was going on Vlad and helping his platform. He was like, I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna be real. He was helping me more than I was helping him. Yeah, I was giving his platform more credibility, but nobody else was reaching out to me. Where was I supposed to go? The Breakfast Club wasn't reaching out to me to ask me to come on their platform. Hot 90, he from New York. He's a legendary New York rapper. He was like, dog, the Hot 97 ain't telling me to come up to their platform and give an opinion maybe like once a month or nothing like that. So again, he's like, where else was I supposed to go? He's like, but I built the audience off of Vlad, so now I can start my own YouTube channel. I can start my own podcast. But if I never would have went on Vlad, no black media outlets were looking for me or even giving me a space to talk. So what was I supposed to do? Not never say nothing? And this, so that's why I think that's something that people got to think about.
Referring to the title, The Price of Fame.
Yeah. The cost of fame, baby. The cost of fame. Let that jump load.